Hey guys, what's up? This is Emmy Basis. So, something's been irking me, and I've been wanting to talk about this for quite a long time. And sorry if there's background noise before I begin. It is hotter than hell in here, so it's hot where I live. It was almost 100 fucking degrees. So, anyways, CJ and Margaret on Mordecai. So, my debate on this, okay, well, not really debate, it's more of like, in my opinion, who do I like more? And I think it's pretty obvious if you've seen my tank top, but I'll get into a depth analysis here in just a second, but I just want to prove who I love. Yeah, I love, it's my favorite pairing of all time. If you can barely see that, I'm sorry. It's them kissing on the sunset from that one episode. So, as we know, Margaret's been there for a lot longer than CJ, though. And she was Mordecai's pretty much affection. So, after spending a lot of time trying to get her after every episode, going from like little by little getting angry and trying so hard. I mean, she was literally like dim-witted. Like she couldn't even couldn't take a fucking hint. I mean, it's ridiculous. So I think the episode that really set it off, I believe, was when they went into her phone and pretty much she got the message that Mordecai did when he butt called her, and she pretty much listened to it, and she kind of got a hint. And from then on, it started progressing. And I like this pairing. I really did. Oh, and you can also see on my wall that CJ, Mordecai, CJ and Mordecai, CJ and Mordecai, three of them. And the reason why I have those on there is because it's my favorite. I mean, I was sad when this shit happened, so anyways, so it kind of evolves, but here comes CJ, who we thought was just going to be a one-time character when Yes Dude Yes came out. So we got a little introduction of CJ. She's pretty cool. She's chill. She loves video games, everything a lot more different from Mordecai. I mean, not Mordecai, sorry, Margaret. So, while all that's going on, apparently that dude who Mordecai thought was proposing to Margaret, that was pretty much her cousin, and he got a prosthetic leg. So, he misunderstood, and CJ kind of misunderstood too. And what was funny was they actually agreed to be just friends. But she kind of took it the wrong way, and she kind of felt more than that. So CJ pretty much just went ballistic and turned into like a huge raging cloud of anger. And that was the last time we've seen of her for a long time, and pretty much Mordecai and Margaret were dating. But on that final episode, miraculously, how in the fucking hell did those animatronics survive? I don't fucking know. But that's not what I'm talking about now. So on that episode, Stake Me on the Dais, if I'm correct, pretty much she got accepted to the college, and she said, I'm sorry, but we can, well, they somewhat dated, but they almost hit it off. But anyways, she said, "I'm sorry, I can't do this." So she got accepted into college, and Mordecai got upset and went to visit her. Weird episode was this whole, I think it was like a sweater or some shit that turned into her, which was weird. I'm like, how in the hell do these clothes or whatever turns into her? It's like, okay. So, I think maybe after that season, I believe they had the New Year's episode, and that's when they introduced CJ. CJ was there, and apparently Rigby was right when he was going to feel heartbroken and was going to hurt him. So, apparently Mordecai and CJ kissed. They both didn't know, and I think it was an episode or two later that Mordecai and CJ were like, oh no, because they were doing that whole dodgeball tournament, and so they were finally friends again, and they really started hitting it off. I'm like, wow, this is different chemistry. This is like a bigger opening. Like Eileen and CJ are getting together, like becoming friends. It's amazing because it's more dynamic. I love it. And you see a lot more epic stuff with CJ and Mordecai. I think the funnest episode that I liked was when they were babysitting Death's baby. Surprisingly, I was actually wishing that Muscle Man was there again. That would have been really funny, but anyways. So I thought that was one of my favorite moments, and it was awesome to see. But Margaret came back, and Eileen didn't want CJ and Mordecai to know. Oh, hell broke loose. Those last 3 or 4 episodes were so straining. I mean, it was awkward. Really fucking awkward. I mean, literally, like, CJ wanted a double date with Margaret's so-called boyfriend, but it was all just a fake rouge because she wanted to not make him not feel bad. But oh my god, that episode ended horribly in my opinion because poor. Okay, I'll say this: poor Margaret. She tried, she really did, but I felt bad for Margaret on that part. But when that one episode came out, Dumped at the Altar, I swear to God, I wanted to kill somebody after seeing that. So, Dumped at the Altar, Mordecai was saying a bunch of things because apparently, I think it was Star and Muscle Man getting married, and so both Margaret and CJ were invited. So Mordecai gave a big speech. I literally was rewatching that episode not so long ago, and I was like, I'm wondering if either Mordecai was like saying CJ was the one, and it doesn't matter. But then again, he could have been talking about Margaret. I don't really know. I don't know if he had moved on from them or not, because he said he has, but the creators didn't give that much of a hint. So it was kind of really hard to tell, and it was sad. It was. CJ and Mordecai broke up. That really upset me. I mean, you got a whole freaking regular show community just like going downhill. I mean, you can even watch. I think it was Comic-Con or something like that who said, the guy who did Rigby's voice said, "Do you like Camp CJ or Camp Margaret?" He said, "Camp Margaret." It got a little bit of claps and applause and woohoos and all that stuff. The biggest one was Mordecai and CJ. The room just freaking erupted. And I could see the creator, I don't remember his name, but I'm like, dude, you should have known that you would have fucked up big time. I mean, you could have done a bit more with Mordecai and freaking CJ. You did a lot with freaking Mordecai and Margaret. I mean, fuck, but you should have fucking seen the reaction. All the fans love Mordecai and CJ. I mean, there's people who do like Mordecai and Margaret. I did at one time, but like I said, I just liked how CJ and Mordecai kind of connected more. But that's my opinion. So, anyways, so dumped at the altar. After that episode, I felt very bad for CJ. Poor Mordecai. Margaret felt horrible. But they remained friends. And you only saw CJ one more time when it was the Chopper 6 episode, I believe, where shit, if I can remember, Mordecai, I think, won something, and no. It was where they were trying to elaborate or try to catch somebody and do something, and CJ just flipped through the channel, and she just turned it off, and that was to show her hatred. But it was an on-speaking cameo role, and pretty much that was the last you ever seen of her. And you see more of Mordecai and Margaret, only in that one episode, but everywhere they went, it showed love signs, more than friends, etc., etc., but Mordecai and Margaret said, "We're just friends," and that's it. So, nothing on CJ yet. I've looked, done my research, nothing yet. So far, nothing. I made a fan-made video, if you've seen it, Mordecai X CJ Forever. It stars the band that I have on my t-shirt here. I love Toto. They're a great rock band. They're not that hard, but they're a great rock band from the 70s and 80s. The song was called, I don't remember. It's one of their ballads with the new singer. It's it wasn't with the guy who did Rosanna, but anyways, so far as the season's gone, for up to date now, all I can say is no CJ, Mordecai and Margaret are still friends. Now, would I definitely love to see CJ come back? Fucking definitely. To see Mordecai and CJ get back together? Yes. Is it gonna happen? They're a great couple in my opinion. But, I mean, if it was fucking up to me, I'd let the guy have a fucking harem. I mean, shit. I mean, fucking be the Playboy Mansion. Be the guy who has 2 girls. There's a picture out there where Mordecai has both girls in his hands and is talking like, I'm a playboy or something like that. But it's pretty cool though, those images. But anyways, I definitely would love to see CJ and Mordecai get back together. Margaret, she's awesome, but just her Mordecai. That would be interesting to see Eileen and Rigby a little bit more, but we'll say that for another day. So hopefully Margaret can find somebody else. If she ends up with Mordecai in the end, more power to him. But I don't know anything. I don't know about the show's future, so hopefully anything can go. But this is just my honest opinion. I just hope that the fans can push and say, hey, we want Mordecai x CJ. We love CJ. We want her back. We want her back with Mordecai. I would love to see more development between those two if they do start dating again. Because, like I said, you had more of Margaret and Mordecai. So CJ's a definitely badass character. I would love to see CJ's mom. That would be badass. We've already seen her putt-putting dad. Weird. And her family. Yes. We've already seen Margaret's family. I would love to see CJ's family. So, anyways, alright guys, this is Emmy and Basis. Hopefully they will have CJ back in the show. Yay. And get back with Mordecai. If not, those fucking pictures are staying up as long as I'm alive. Or until I move, I don't know. We'll see. But I love Mordecai and CJ together. They're both freaking awesome. And those pictures are to commemorate how great of an episode it was. So, episodes, I mean. So, thanks for watching.